You guys will mark yourself. Don't change your answers. Just try to understand and then mark. For each question, mark 1. If all the options, if even the 3 options need to be chosen, if one is wrong, mark it wrong. Right? So if it's fully right, then it worth one mark, right? So let's go with one by one.
So if one answer is right and the other is wrong, so it will be
It's
what's
wrong.
the mark?
It's wrong.
Whole wrong?
No.
Yeah.
There is the fully right. We are choosing 3 answers, right?
Yeah.
So if one is wrong, 2 are right, even then it's wrong.
Okay.
So it means if we are doing choosing 1 right, 2 wrong, or 2 wrong, and one wrong and 2
One
right,
wrong
it
is
means we
all
are
wrong.
guessing there.
One wrong is wrong.
So the first question: which of the following host addresses are members of networks that can be routed across the public internet? Which IP addresses can route over the public internet?
Public.
Public IP addresses, right?
C.
And we know the private ranges. So what's the answer, Simon?
C.
Hmm?
Yeah.
CEF. So Amin, what's your answer is?
I didn't listen.
So it's a C, E, and F. Simon is right. So A, B, and D are private IP addresses. They cannot be routed. So second question, refer to 192.168.5.333/28. Which IP address should be assigned to the host? How you guys figured out this question? So then I'm going one by one. So you said you guys need more examples, right?
Okay.
So we will be doing these exercises and everything will be good then. So let me write down the binary conversion table first. So we have 192. (168) 5.33 slash 28. So June, how many bits we borrowed here?
4. Yeah.
28. For 4 bits we borrowed. 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Our number will be 16. And then if the 16 is the number, then what will be the networks now we have there? First network will be from, so 0 to 15. First network adapter, right? 0 network ID, 15 subnet broadcast ID, and the in between the IP address is 1 to 14 available to host. Then we may have 16 to 31, then 32 to 47, then 48 to 63. So what are the IP addresses we have here? 192.168.5.5. So 5.5 means 5 is in between. That can be a host IP, right?
Yeah.
First are network IDs. These are broadcast IDs. We cannot assign these IP addresses to host. Other than those IP addresses, we can assign to our hosts. So first is 5.5, second is 32. 32 is a network ID. So we cannot assign, right, to the host. And then 5.40, 40 falls here in between. 30 to 47 in between there, we can assign to host. So A, C are right, and then 192.168.5.63, 63 is a broadcast ID. So we cannot assign, right? And then 75. So 64 to, what will be the number? 80? Is 79?
71.
So 75 can be the host IP, right? So A, C, and then E. These are the right choices, right? We can assign these IP addresses to our hosts.
Question number 2 has how many answers?
Pardon?
3 answers.
In first question, the Eldon, if your question have all the right answers, then you can give it a 1 number. You are not going to change any choices you have made already, but you are going to mark yourself. For example, if we in first we need to choose 3 answers, right?
Yeah.
If 2 are right, 1 is wrong, answer is wrong, fully wrong, right? So if all 3 are correct, then you will mark 1. So in first question we have,
D, E, F.
pardon?
D, E, F.
D is private IP. So your one is wrong then. So we have C, E, and F. And the second question we did, we have A, C, and then E. They are right. A, C, and E.
Sir, there is, you said that they are right, the 3 answers. It cannot be because you are already dealing with 192.168.5.33.
Yeah.
This is the network. So I'm dealing only with 1 answer, which
Yeah.
is C.
Yeah. That's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, refer to 192.165.33/20, which IP address should
The
be
question is
assigned to
wrong.
the host.
No,
The
it's
question
not
is wrong.
It's not wrong.
So network ID must be 32. It's not
Yeah,
33.
that's
No,
the
I
thing.
choose what I want. I put it
It's
33.
not a network ID. 33 is not a
Only
network
the first-
ID.
it-
Yeah.
it-
No,
this
no,
is
one
the
second.
first
Yes,
one.
should be
Hold on,
32.
hold on.
It's the-
If the question was this, okay, 192.168.5.33, either we can assign it to host or not. It was a one question. We went with the question, okay, which IP address should be assigned to the host? We do not have 33 in any of the option, right?
Yeah.
So we want to, it's just a little confusion, and I created myself. I went for that. I did not give you guys the 5.0 or the any network ID. I put just any random number there, any IP. It can be a host IP, it can be a network ID, it can be a broadcast ID. And /28 telling you guys which IP addresses we can assign to the hosts when we have all the options available underneath. So we have to go to the options, and we will have to break down our network into the subnets, and then we will figure out, okay, which IPs we can assign while living here under /28.
So the question is, 33 is not a network ID.
No, it's not that.
It's just the IP.
Yeah, it's just the IP. See,
Okay.
it's not fall anywhere. It's not fall anywhere, right? Not broadcast ID, not the network ID,
So
not
what
broadcast
about-
ID.
So what
Yeah, but
about
when you
what about sir if it's
Why you tell me?
192.168.5.32? It doesn't refer to the
Pardon?
this if the last octet from the right is 5.32, it doesn't refer to this
It's a network ID, so it cannot be a host ID. Network IDs, when we are breaking down our network by barring 4 bits, we are getting these networks 0 to 15, 16 to 31, 32 to 47, and keep going, right? until we hit 240, right?
But Yabu, when you say refer to this
Yeah.
IP, that means you are making it a
See,
network.
I'm not saying referring to this IP address. I'm saying refer to 192.168.5.33/28.
Yes.
And you will see in the even when you will be in the working environments, they will give you IP addresses like this, right? If you need one IP, you are working on the system side, and you are asking network working guys, okay, I need one IP. I am installing a server, and I need to assign the IP address. Can you please give me the IP address? He will give you IP address in two ways: 192.168.5.33, either /28 or 255.255.255 and 240,
Yeah.
like this.
So it can be both.
So in both ways, it's the same thing, right? It doesn't matter if it means we have this network now. 28. We are dealing with 28/28.
So we only dealing for the side of 28.
What?
So we're dealing for only
Yeah,
for the side of 28.
subnet, right? Otherwise, we don't need to, give these options. And in options, we don't have any 33. If the options are for all 33s, then each and every option should have 33 with different subnet mask or different ranges, right? So we went with our only 28 thing. So that was the confusing part of the question, I know.
Yeah. I answered the 32.
So if you guys have A, C and E, you have chosen those three, then it's a right answer, otherwise wrong.
A, C, and E.
A, C and E. What was your answers? I believe you don't agree, I know.
I answered only one. I answered only C because I thought it will be on the same network.
Yeah.
It's correct.
Because
Me too.
33
Yeah, me too.
on the network of 32.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
added-
It's not the same network.
Okay, if you guys have answered only C, mark it right.
Yeah.
Mark it right. If you are chosen only for C, it's okay. It's good to go then. Yeah. Your perspective is right as well. Yeah.
Because we took the
Yeah, it's the same network.
The network 32. That's what we took. We took the same
Yeah.
network.
Right.
Yeah, I think the question is wrong. We should put the network ID is 32. It's not 33.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I refer for the 32.
So it's just learning exercise, don't worry.
Okay.
So if anyone has, select C as a right answer, okay, give it 1 mark, right? So question 3. Given the choices below, which address represents a unicast address? So which are the unicast addresses?
C.
E.
C.
E. So A is not unicast. Why?
In is the broadcast IP.
Who will answer me?
What?
Why A is not unicast?
A,
E.
A, as in apple.
Option A, yeah, Apple.
Yeah, because A is not class.
Yeah, it's
A is class
224.
224, so it is class
D.
Class D.
D. Yeah.
So
So
class
it's
D
not
are multicast addresses, right? So all are multicast addresses. So it cannot be the option. Thus, then B, all F. So these are MAC addresses, right?
Yes.
Even it's
Yeah.
MAC addresses, it's a broadcast address, MAC address.
So the answer is B.
So C is 192.168, 24.58/30.
Mm.
So where 30 will fall? How many bits we are borrowing? 6, right?
6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 252, right? So we have available IPs. Which one?
4.
Available IPs are 4.
4 IPs. But which will be those
For the
ones?
host, 2.
Hmm?
For the host, 2.
For the host? Yeah. Which those IPs will be? So it's the IP address 192.168.24.58/30. We are borrowing 6 rates. So our networks will be 0 to 3, right? And then 4 to 7. And they are divisible by 4, right?
Yeah.
So 58, where it will fall?
It's in the middle between 60
So we will have the
59 minus 3. So
56.
56 to
59.
59.
Yes. So 58.
So 56 to 59 if we have, then 56 broadcast,
No, 56.
sorry, ID, network ID and
59.
broadcast.
Yeah.
And 58 can be the host IP, unicast IP
Yes.
address.
Yes.
And 172.31, 128.255.
255, that means it's a
18.
whatever it is.
No, it doesn't mean that.
255?
Yeah.
It refers to 18.
Yeah, so.
So we did not talk about the class A and class B so far for
So
subnetting purposes.
it could be general.
Yeah, I'm removing from the list this one. Yeah, it can be 255 at the end. It can be unicast IP address. We will come it to later. I'm removing this one from the options because we did not go for A and class B. So if the answer you guys have C right,
Yeah.
and if someone has chosen E as well, please mark
I
correct.
choose 2,
Which one?
C and E.
Yeah, if you chosen both, you can good to go. No problem. Mark 1. Question number 4. How do you express the binary number 10110011 in decimal form? What's your answer is?
179.
Pardon?
179.
179 and your
180.
180? Simon?
129.
129?
No, 179.
179. Frank?
It's C.
C. C. So C is the right answer?
Yeah.
So if C is right, then right? Majority
Democracy.
is authority. If majority is wrong, it's wrong. Wrong is right.
It must be odd number.
C is the answer.
So why and it should be the odd number?
Last digit is 1.
Yeah. So it cannot be even number. When you will add 1, in adding the number, and the last number is 1, it will be.
I'm sorry, for question 2 and question 3. You see, if you look at the question, you will see that.
You should skip that.
Wait. Which IP address is asking for one answer? That's why-
Yeah.
That's
If
why
you
you
choose
cannot-
2, there's
I choose 2.
Really.
That's
You're
why-
right. You're right. So I went back. I said, okay, go with the C.
So we have the
Yeah, the
bonus
other
points.
one also, it's only 1, so it will be the 58.
So given the choices below, which address represents a unicast? Yeah, only one. If which addresses, it should be written from my side. It's written 1. Just which address? I just make it while sitting here from 9:30 to 10. So question number 5. Which two of the addresses below are available for host addresses? Thanks God. On the subnet 192.168.15.9/28. Select two answer choices, right? So which one?
One is C and
C and E. So why not 17?
17. Because it's /28.
Yeah.
/28, that means we are borrowing 4, so we stopped at the 16.
0 to 15, 16 to 31, 32 to 47. So we cannot assign 17 to the host. So which two of the addresses below are available for host addresses on the subnet? So 128 subnets. 17 can be the host IP.
Yeah, it's
17,
A and C.
17, A and C.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
A and C.
29, 29 can be the host
Yeah.
IP as well
Yes.
in the same.
16 is wrong because it's
Yeah.
ID.
So-
81 is wrong because it's wrong.
Yeah, A and C. So right answers are
A and C.
A and C.
yeah. Question 6. Which of the following is an example of a valid unicast host IP addresses? Is an example. Which one? 192.168.24.59 is the repetition
A.
of.
Hmm?
A.
A.
All of the above.
No, for me it's C.
Only is A.
No.
C59 is the broadcast ID. 56 to
Slash.
59, and it's again no.
No, no.
It's 30/30
Slash 30.
in C.
You only have
Yes,
network
yes,
IDs.
59 is the broadcast ID.
Yeah,
You
so
cannot
what you
use
put-
this network. It's not a network.
Yeah, you put.
It doesn't have an ID.
So
ID
we have
and
only
broadcast.
A.
It's a A.
A.
Right?
A is an apple. Apple is the right answer. Good for health. So what is the subnet for the host IP? Address 201.100.568/28.
The 64.
Yeah, see.
So 28 we have again 15, 16 to 31, 32 to 47, 48 to 63, 64 to 79. So 64, right?
Yeah.
So 64 one. C. Question number 7. C.
It's in the same network,
Yeah, what
No,
is the
I'm looking
subnet
for
for
the
the
network.
host IP
Yeah.
address?
but it's not on the same network.
What is the
It's
What's on the
subnet?
range?
No, it's not. It's not same range.
Same
So-
range.
201 and
Yes.
It
201?
201.
105.68. He wants the 68. This is the host.
Yeah.
He
This
wants
the
network.
host?
Yeah.
It is the host.
The host IP address 201.105.68.
Yeah, but it's on this range. It's this one.
Okay, 2 lawyers. Objection, Your Honor.
This one.
No, one doctor, one lawyer.
It's
No, both are, they don't need to accept.
48.
this one, right?
Look on the board.
This is right.
Yeah, okay.
But it's the first one. It's the
Are you
network
understanding
ID.
something?
Yeah, he's looking for the
Or
network
doing
ID.
like this?
He's asking for the network ID.
Yeah,
Which is the subnet.
The
The
subnet.
subnet, so
For
it
the
refers to
host.
the, the
Okay, I choose the right answer.
You choose it?
But,
Okay. See?
but it's the accident.
What is the right answer?
I choose C, but
C.
By accident.
yeah, by accident.
So C is the right answer. So question number 8. What is the IP address range for the first octet in a class B address in binary form?
No one.
C.
C.
And if,
See?
You see.
it starts with the,
C.
everything starts with 10.
So
10, then followed by 00.
No.
And then range
so
0.
Frank, what your answer is?
192 to
Class
120.
B.
So Simon,
C.
majority is authority. Go to. So log it. Right? So question number 9, using a subnet mask of 255.255.224, which of the IP addresses below can use assigned to host on this subnet? So 224, which IP addresses we can assign to hosts?
To C, D, and E.
Yeah.
224, right?
Yes.
So now only June and me will do the class on this question. So June, 224, how many bits?
27.
128, 64, how much? 192, 32, right? 224, right? So here our number is this, 32. And in 32, we can go from 0 to 31, 32 to 63, 64 to 95, 96 to 128, and then 127, sorry, 128 to 159, 160 to 191, no, yeah, 191, and then 192 to
254.
No, sorry,
220.
223.
223, 224 to 255. So first is 63, right?
Yes.
And 63 is a
Broadcast.
broadcast ID. And then 159 broadcast ID. 93, so 93 can be a host ID.
Yeah.
And 56 can be host. 87 can be host, right? And 192 is
No.
no. So answer is
CDE.
CDE. Who gave the answer CDE? I mean,
I only got
I
one
think I
right.
missed that teacher.
That would be wrong.
It's really tricky, you know, you have
so
to
how many people answer wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Fatima?
I missed D. I don't know.
Oh, wrong answer 6. So only 4 people got the right. Waleed right.
It's nice to be right.
You right. So in our calculation, you know, majority
You are
is
wrong.
authority. Wrong is
Majority
right.
is authority.
Majority is authority. Wrong is right. Right. So please don't go with that. So C, D, and E. So your ISP has assigned you the following IP address and subnet mask. 199, so 255, 255, 255, 240, right? So again we are on 16, right? So which of the following addresses can be allocated to host on the resulting subnet? What is our subnet then? 199.141.27.0. So we can go up in 0 to 15. So 0 to 15, we can go for 2, 13, 11,
11.
That's it.
that's it. So A,
C and D.
C, and then D.
Because the first one is 192.
A, C and D.
So A, C, D are the right answer.
Indeed, yeah.
For this one, if this IP we didn't need a broadcast, right?
Yeah.
We didn't need an ID, network ID, right?
Yeah.
They already gave us that.
Okay.
I only answered the
So question number 11.
Yeah.
The IP network is subnetted using a 24 mask. How many usable networks and host addresses can be obtained from this? June, what is your answer?
Yes, I guess. A.
A.
Yes, 8.
Yeah, A.
So all of A.
One network between 254 hosts. I mean, yeah, hosts.
So majority is actually right this time, right?
A lucky guess.
So Amin, did you get it?
I get it, but
So in 24, we did not borrow any bits, right?
Yeah.
It's only one network. And if it's only one network, we can go from 0 to 256, right? 0 network ID, and the last 255 is host ID. So remaining are 254. So 256 altogether minus 2.
I got that right.
So question number 12, given that you have a class B IP address network range, which of the subnet masks below will allow for 100 subnets with 500 usable host addresses per subnet?
Actually, the 500 is really tricky.
Yeah. So who done this? Or if you guys do not do, we can remove it. It's a class
B.
B.
Because we can use the 100 subnets, but only we can, for this we can only use for 300 usable hosts.
It's B.
So answer is B.
Yes.
No,
Yes. I don't think.
no, it should be.
It is.
If you want to record that like
Because the
a little
first
bit
8
more than
digits is
further, so it refers to
256 times 2,
letter C.
512. So,
So just to get that
C will
500
give you
usable
C will
hosts.
give you the 255 or 254.0 will give you 512
Yeah, true.
hosts.
True. But the thing is,
So
you have to
if
read
it's,
those things.
See, for networks, if 2 to the power of 7, how many?
128. So
128, right? How many networks we need?
we need how many networks? We need 100.
100 networks. Can we get 100 networks from here?
Yes.
Right? If we are borrowing 7 bits, sorry, only maybe in class B, 224, 255, 255, 224. So 224
If
is
you want to
here.
reach the 500,
3.
you should use the letter C. 255.254.0.
So 16 and 319. Subnet mask is 19. So how many bits we borrowed then altogether?
We borrowed from the third octave. We borrowed 3.
We borrowed from third octave, right?
Third octave, yeah.
Third. So 3 and 8.
Yeah, so it's 11.
It's altogether 11 bits.
Yeah. So it's 2 times 11.
Yeah.
That's too much.
But we don't need to go there. Underneath we have 224 to 254. The right should be C. 254.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, C.
Yeah.
I said C.
C. So C is the right answer.
Because we need to occupy the whole range. So we can use like access code.
Yeah. But no,
All we need is just to support that 500.
but this is to support sub 500. How did you count the nets, the subnets?
So you should
The
move it
100.
over.
Because we have 8 in the last octave. We have 8 zeros. So this is for the host. Am I right?
Yeah.
We borrowed 1 from here, so we added more hosts. So it's 512 hosts.
Yeah, 512 hosts.
Yeah, but
If we go with the
How do you know-
254.0,
how do you count the subnet?
Yeah, subnet C. In if we are borrowing 7 bits, how many we are getting? We are saying 128.
Yeah.
But the thing is 254. We are living in the third octave,
Yes.
right? In third octave we are getting 254 means how many bits we have borrowed?
Oh, 7.
7 bits.
Yeah.
7, 2,
We,
so
and we
seven.
go with the borrowed bits.
Okay.
Living whatever the octet we are dealing with, we are talking about that
Yeah.
octet. we are not talking about now fourth octet, and now we are talking about the second octet. We are on the third octet. In third octet, 2 to the power of 7, 128. And the remaining bits is over
Remaining
here.
bits is only one was there. Plus
One.
eight.
One bit. So in third octet, how many we are?
512.
Only 2, right? In living in third octet, we will go from 0 to 255, right?
Yeah.
And then we will start from the next octet.
Okay.
So altogether, those will be 512 IP addresses. We will discuss the class B. Class C. I was willing to remove this question because it's related to class B, and we are dealing only right now class C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Sorry to this question.
Yeah.
So if I choose the 8, what's the problem with it?
It doesn't support.
So
no subnets.
It doesn't support the
No
500.
subnets?
Everyone can
Yes.
support.
if you
everyone
will
can support
choose
the hundreds,
A,
but no one can support the
it's-
500.
The IP addresses will be in millions.
So it
But
will
it's
give me
no-
what I want.
But
That's
it's
what
no
I'm saying.
subnet.
So
No, I can't subnet. That's
No.
why.
No, we
No.
can subnet, but
Yeah.
the thing is, we are getting way more networks
Many,
and the
that's
IP
right.
addresses, and we want subnetting means we want to save the IP addresses,
Mm.
not waste the IP addresses, right? For saving
So
the IP
ABC
addresses,
is alright.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A, B, and C all are can be right because they will give you what you want. They will give you the 100.
Maybe for the
subnets and
future
they
you
will
can
give
use
you
it.
The 500. Yes.
yeah. If we are just openly wanna go, the first 3 can give us the
Yes, A, B, and C.
addresses, but D cannot.
Yeah.
So our right answer is C.
Okay.
So question number. So you have a class C network and you need to design it for 5 usable subnets, with each subnet handling a minimum of 18 hosts each. Which of the following network marks? So which one?
E.
D, yeah.
Yeah, D is the right answer. But how? I mean how? No.
Let's see, 5 usable. In 18 homes.
D, yeah. Explain.
Yeah, I mean wants
I mean-
how.
Okay.
So again we have 224 here, right? 3 bits we are borrowing. 32, 02. Okay. Remaining bits are 5. 2 to the power of 5, 32 minus 2, 30. We are getting 30 IP addresses in each network. And 2 to the power of 3, 8 networks we are getting, right? We have done this exercise
Yeah,
yesterday.
yesterday.
And the exact we have done. So the 213.115.770 network was subnetted using a 28 subnet mask. How many usable subnets and host addresses per subnet were created as a result of this? 16 networks and 15 hosts.
Yes. 14.
16 and 14.
16 network and 14.
Yeah, C1. Your answer is right, I mean?
I didn't choose it.
You
So what's the answer
Wrong.
on,
you did not choose?
I choose
what's
D.
the answer on number 13?
Just guess.
Because, no more time. I leave it blank and answer it.
You know, when we have a question like this, Arjun, the simple is how many bits we are borrowing and what are the remaining, right? So over here we borrowed 4 bits and 4 are remaining. So yesterday we said 2 to the power of n, where n is borrowed bits. Will be equal to networks. The number of networks. So 2 to the power of 4 is equal to 16, right? So 16 networks you may have. And to calculate the hosts, 2 to the power of m minus 2. And m is remaining bits.
I forgot the formula. So I do it in
So 2 to the power of m, 4 minus 2, 16 minus 2, 14, right? Okay. So now we have subnetted using a 26 mask. How many networks and IP hosts per network exist using this subnet mask?
Okay.
4 networks with 62 hosts.
Yeah.
So we borrowed 2 bits. So 2 to the power of 2, June, 4. And remaining, how many bits remaining? 6. 2 to the power of 6, 64 minus 2, 62. So A is right answer.
correct.
Oh, good. So 16 you have a class B network with the 255, 255, 255.0 mask. Which of the statements below are true of this network? These are 256 usable subnets. Is it right?
Wrong.
No.
There are 256 usable hosts per subnet.
Wrong.
Is it right, Simon?
Yeah.
No, B is right?
No, he's not.
See, there are 50 usable subnets. There are 254 usable hosts per subnet.
Yes. That's right.
D is right.
So D is right answer. D.
D.
Only one.
D as in dog.
And F.
F also right.
And there is one usable network. Yeah.
Mm.
So D and F.
My answer is right, I don't understand.
You know?
Yeah.
Mr. Biologer is a
I didn't know that.
One wrong
Wrong.
is wrong.
So, Simon, any IP address, for example, this one, 192.165.33, or you can say it's 0. Or here we have then, it's 255 means 24, right? Right? And we said yesterday it will mask 255 will mask the upper numbers, and now we have only one octet left, and in one octet we can go from 0 to 256, 0 to 255, right? Altogether 256 IPs, and 256 IPs means minus 2, one for network ID, one for subnet mask, broadcast ID, sorry.
I think A is right.
So
Yes.
no,
Choose
no,
A.
No. No.
that is wrong.
Come on.
Why?
There is
256 subnets we cannot have,
The
right?
first, because,
Why?
because the first octet refers to
Mike is right.
You can see you have a class B network.
Yeah,
They say the subnet mask is we can cover the their digital, right? So we can choose any digital
No.
No,
on
because
their
we have
on their one.
We have
the address can be any
zero
thing.
subnets.
You can choose 10, use it in 172, you can choose 192. But underneath you have the subnet mask.
Yeah,
mask
they grade you with the subnet
255,
mask.
255,
Yeah, the
255.
the mask is only a mask. They can't.
Yeah, but
They didn't say
No, it's the
which
same.
number it is.
You
No,
should,
no, no,
you should,
they
you
said.
should refer to the.
No.
You should refer to the
Just-
cider.
They only.
Just a minute.
They.
look at
It's a 24 cider.
It's right.
no?
Jim,
Andy.
Andy.
So I said it's a class.
I know.
But
Class
But
B.
I
When
you
you
know,
get
I
it?
know what you get, but what the
Because we have for all
maybe the
we are busy. Fourth one we are using 0 to 255 for host. We have only one network, right?
This is
I
not
So
know.
we cannot change these ones, and the fourth one we are using for host. Only one network. We are not borrowing anything.
This
When
one.
we are not borrowing anything, then
If
the
it's
network
time-
is one.
No, it's not time. This delay you can't choose anyone.
No, you can't.
Why?
You can
Because
put
you
it-
already
it's a
masked it.
network.
You already masked it with 255.
Mask
It's not fixed.
No, it's
It's
fixed.
not. It's only a
Andy,
mask.
No, Andy. Subnet mask defines the network.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we
Yeah, but it's a class B.
no, it's
No,
class
it's
C.
not. You
It's a
should
class
refer
C.
to the,
255.
the
The
one
que-
for,
The question is, you have a class B network,
Yeah,
right?
that's why I told you he played you.
In
It's
16.
not a class C.
It's class C.
Class C.
Class C. Sorry, it's a classless IP.
Classless, yeah.
It's a you have a class B network with the
Didn't make
255.255.0. So subnet it's a classless,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's a classless.
We are taking the range from 190, sorry, 128 to 191. Any number in the first octet from
128.
128 to 191, it will be class B IP address. Now we are using class C subnet mask, so it will be a class C IP address.
Yeah, it's a class C, but we have we have more options in the dirty details.
But class B, we are specifying with the subnet mask. Now we are telling, okay, you can, your limit is this, 255.255.0.
But the dirty detail is not fixed.
And, sir, and
You can change that one. It's a class B. You can change. Yeah, they give you.
it
They
refers
give
to
you
the
that
same
options.
dude.
No, they didn't give you the option. When they put
Why they put a class B there?
yeah, they
Yes.
put class
No.
B just to know what is the first option.
Class B.
Yeah. So
First
the
op-
first the two detail is fixed. This one can change, right?
No, you cannot change. Why? Because they already give it to you. This is like they mask
They
it.
didn't say. They didn't say that.
No, it's
They only give you a mask.
Yeah, when they give you a mask, that means that's given. That's
saying-
how you guide the network.
yeah, mean to say, in first octet, please take the number from
From 128
any
to
number
190.
128 to 191 in first octet. And then use the subnet mask from class C 255, 255, 255. And this guy is going to define the networks, not the class.
Yeah.
When we are giving the subnet mask, that's why the exercise is so we can a little bit deeply understand so how the things are working. Right? We are getting the number digit from 128 to 191, but we are using the subnet mask 255, 255, 255, 24 subnet mask.
Yeah, because it's an IPv4.
So question 17, how many usable IP addresses can you
I
get
don't
from
think
a
so.
conventional class C address? How many?
254.
Simon?
254.
254.
Can I ask also what do they mean by conventional class?
Conventional class means a regular class full IP. So
Okay.
Full access.
we are going with a default subnet mask. So you are the network administrator, really, and Test King, all are administrators there, right? So Test King has been provided with the network address /24. The Test King CEO wants to know how many subnetworks this address provides and how many hosts can be supported on each subnet.
The problem they are saying choose all that type of like I got only
Why?
one sub.
Choose all
The
that
answer is
apply.
A.
The answer is A. That's it for me.
So one network with 254 hosts.
Yeah.
When we have 24 slash or 255, 255, 255, the only option is we have one network and 254 hosts.
So that's it.
Wrong answer.
You don't have another answer?
I just the wrong
That's it,
one.
yeah?
I
Yeah,
marked the
that's
wrong
it.
one.
Okay.
Which of the following IP hosts would be valid for PC users, assuming that a 27 network mask was used for all of the networks? So which can be for 27?
I choose B, C, and D.
You chose B, C, and
D.
D.
G.
Yes.
So anyone differ?
Actually,
B, C, and D.
and D. Yes, and D.
B, C, and D.
So Andy is the right answer, right?
So that's number 19.
27 means
Same as
25, 26, 27, right? Again here we have on 32. Where we had 32.
Up.
This one, 0 to 31, 32 to 63, right? So 63 is broadcast, so 93, good to go, 56, good to go, 37, good to go, 159 is broadcast, 192 is network ID.
So the final answer is 93, 56, 37.
Yes, B and
Yes, sir. Log it B, C, and D. So you have been assigned the cited classless interdomain routing block of subnet mask 22 from your ISP. Which of the IP addresses below can you use for a host? So it's again a class C.
It's a
Class
class
A.
It's class B.
Here class B.
Oh, B, B, sorry.
So leave it.
I chose C and E.
And now B and C.
No, C and E.
What's the
I
answer for that,
choose
sir?
B, C,
We will have to.
E. And
So if we are going with the third octet, in third octet, how many bits we are borrowing?
22, that means we are borrowing
6.
6.
yeah.
6 bits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
So 252, right? Subnet mask. And the range will be 0 to 3, 4 to 7. Now you guys can see. But where it will be the range?
On the third of
Third octet. The last octet can be any number.
yes.
So 8 can be?
8, no.
No. 7?
7, no.
No.
6, yes.
6, yes. And then 3?
3,
No.
no.
5?
yes.
Yes.
Yes. And then 12?
No.
No.
No, no, no.
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 0, 3, 4, 7.
12 will be a network ID.
Network ID.
It's
So,
8.
So
the
6?
A-
Seven
A is
is
good. A is good.
No, A is wrong.
A is wrong.
Yeah,
C and E.
C and E.
C and
E.
C and E.
that
What
was C.
what are the B? B is
C
B,
and E.
7 is abroad.
E?
Look at E. 0 to 3, 4 to 7. So,
So
02.
it's not
Oh.
a broadcast.
which one? 7?
It's because it's a public IP.
Which
Yeah.
one?
Yeah, it's you didn't need a broadcast.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
that's
one?
what I'm thinking.
You're
The
asking
last
for-
one, yeah. It's a public IP, not private. So you
The
didn't
12?
need a broadcaster.
The 12?
Do we have a
Which one?
broadcast IP
No, the second.
in the public IP?
See, when we are creating the networks, right?
Yeah.
We are not right now dealing with the how ISP is working, right?
Yeah.
ISP can define networks as well.
Yeah.
If they are coming with the networks, they go with the same procedure, right? They follow the same rules. They have network ID, they have broadcast ID, and the remaining IPs are usable IPs.
Yeah.
So it's working everywhere. Either we are on the public side or we are on the private side. IP address, the only difference is we are not assigning those IPs. And they usually don't go for the this much range, some smaller ranges. Their networks are bigger and bigger. But they define the networks. When we say the routers are routing, right? And they are routing us from one place to another. It by taking us from multi-million maybe networks from one place to another place. So we are crossing many several networks, right? So networks, we always say networks, and networks defined like this with the subnet mask. If they are not going with the subnet mask, they cannot separate the networks from one to another. So ISPs, when they go for the networks, then we use the protocols out there to route the traffic from one ISP to another ISP, from one region to another region, from one country to another country, right? So then we start using the protocols so they can talk. Otherwise, they are sitting on the separate networks.
What is the
So, I mean, how many?
So
So what?
the right answer is
So total, how many we have? 20? So mark it. How many you got?
last one? C and
So where you have
This
written the
one.
name?
If this submask is fixed, right? We only have one subnet.
So please write the
We
marks
cannot
like
have
this.
100 subnets. Because the subnet mask is fixed.
this comes to because it's already changed 224. It's not mask. This is not a fix.
It's a mask.
Yeah, okay.
It is a mask.
So what's the problem?
So you cannot have 100
This
subnets.
one?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
How many can this one have? This one. It's a
Because it's blocked. It's 255. 255. It's already blocked. This one they mask it. This is not blocked. Because my one, that one they gave you, it's blocked.
They give
255,
you-
it's masked. You cannot touch it. 255. I cannot touch.
yeah, sure.
I cannot play with it.
It's all one.
So
One and
is the-
zero.
For the last question, is
It's all one and zero.
7.64
You
is
can
wrong?
separate 44
The 7 and the 7
Right?
and 64 is wrong.
Which question?
It's
The last
It's
one,
32-1, right?
letter B.
It's the same.
No, but I already gave it to you. Like,
Yeah,
no,
only right
because I
answers
gave you
are
an order, okay?
C and
I
E.
told you. You have a business order.
So what about
B plus.
D,
Yeah.
That's boy. What about the
boy B,
I
7.
give you a
See, 0 to 3 we have 1, 4 to 7 second, and 7 is broadcast ID. He cannot be a host ID. So our see, over here we can go from 0 to 3. So 0, 4, 8, 12, all will be the network IDs.
I can have two subnets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you cannot
Yeah.
touch. So it's 255 is not applicable. Because it's already marked.
That's the word.
Convinced or get convinced?
No.
It's not convinced.
Is A and C
I get 17.
and B.
1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
So how many marks, sir?
5,
Me?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
So
12,
please, how many right answers?
13.
It's supposed to be 5 because I need another option, so it's 4.
4.
13.
So Walid,
17.
17 good. Andy,
4 wrong.
4 wrong, 16. Frank,
Only 10.
10. Simon,
12 wrong. 12 wrong.
hard number is wrong, so 12 wrong. Go with the right one. He is right. So Amin,
This one right.
1 right. Good.
8.
8 right. Alden,
13.
13. Fatima?
I don't say it.
No, Amin said 1.
Mine is two, yeah, 2, and some of them I did it, but you have
Right.
some of them. I see E, F, I see E, F.
So guys,
Sometimes I choose the right ones, but still
Yeah.
I have a missing one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's it.
Yeah, that's what I got wrong. There are 3 answers and I got only 2 answers.
What? Why they choose 3
So it's
answers?
gonna be wrong.
So I don't miss anything. Choose 2 answers.
so guys, keep these papers with you. Bring it back on Monday, and please try to work on it. Try to understand, right? And then we will spend some more time
So
on
on
it.
Monday we will go back to the question
Yeah.
number 3. That is
So it's a brainstorming. It's an exercise for the guys who are already gotten right. It's okay for them, but who thinks they are way behind in this concept, please keep working on it. Just spend some more time on it and try to get the idea. And then we will be talking about it more. So we want to absorb this topic. It's really important. If I will keep delivering on the board, you are not going to get anything. But when you will try to work on it, then maybe there will be a bunch of questions.
Only that we were surprised because you told us yesterday that you're gonna answer.
First I thought just to go over the board and spend some time.
Actually, I researched last night. I did not go to work and I just wrote some notes because I want to understand your subject matter for the day.
I should get a full mark. I did 3 students.
First of all, I was insisting on the first person to not understand. The other 2 are the because I made a mistake with because I chose the one they said 100 subnet and 500. I knew that the first 3 are all they will allow me for this A, B, or C.
so sir, the cider is referred to the in between of the 4 and 7. So the cider refers to the in between of 0 and 3, 4 and 7.
Cider means classless inter-domain routing. When we don't go with the default subnet mask that is defined for the specific class. When we don't want to go with that, then it's a classless. So classless,
So all on the in between.
yeah,
It depends on the slash.
Yeah.
slash or the number it
Just